All right, what's going on, guys? Hope you all are doing well. We're gonna get this stream started in about 5 minutes. Make sure you guys go ahead and leave a like on the stream. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and feel free to subscribe, and make sure you guys share this with a friend. In this live stream, we're going to be going over a couple of assets that you guys have been requesting through the comments in the previous videos, as well as we're going to be touching on one special pair that we're going to allow one of our viewers to select. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to go ahead and drop them in the chat box below. I will be looking forward to reading those, and we're going to give it around 5 minutes, allow some of our other traders to go ahead and join in, and I will catch you guys in a bit. right? So within this area here, once we did see that imbalance right here within this region, all right, let's just go ahead and put this on. All right, so once we did see this imbalance, right, that gave us a little hint that the algorithm of price essentially wanted to change from targeting sell side liquidity to now targeting buy side liquidity. But remember, that imbalance has to be matched with other confluences. You cannot just trade imbalances and expect them to always go in your direction, because of course here we can see we have an imbalance, here we can see we have another imbalance, here we can see we have another imbalance. But when you match those imbalances with other confluences that you will learn here at Mac Trading Academy, then you will be on top, right? So like I said before, we're just going to go over the past month. What are we looking like as it relates to the trading community? If you're not a part of the trading community, you may want to join. Everyone who has access to my trading community, all right, to the Mac Trading Academy trading community, you guys were able to take advantage of this trade, and we're looking for a 10.91% return on investment, right? If you were not able to take advantage of this trade, feel free to join, right? We also were looking for sells this morning within London session, and as we can see, M5 sell entry schematic here. Price taps into that region and price pushes to the downside. All while keeping in mind that all of this was uploaded to the trading community before London session. So for those of you all who need a little bit more assistance with your trading, for those of you all who have a funded account, right, but you're not producing the types of returns that you want on that funded account, or for those of you all who aren't funded traders yet but would like to achieve becoming a funded trader, what I want you to do is join Mac Trading Academy, because last week we produced 15.74%. This week we produced, as you guys can see already, 10.91%. So that's over 25% return on investment. The first week in July, we also produced 25% on Euro USD. So that equates to about 50% return on investment. Imagine if you would have taken all of my trades on a funded account. Give me 1 second, guys. It looks like we are having a little bit of technical difficulties with our camera. Give me 1 second. You guys should still be able to see me in just a second. Let's see if we can. All right, give me 1 second, guys. My cameraman is not in the studio, so I have to do this myself, but it's all good. All right, we are back. Okay, so as I was saying before, if you are not a funded trader, or if you're looking to become a funded trader, join the academy, right? 10.91% is about to be produced on this trade here, risking 8.5 pips, targeting 92.7 pips, 10.91% return on investment. If you are taking this trade with a funded account, you have passed your funded account. With this one trade, last week, taking my AUD USD trades, produced 15.74%. You would have passed that as well. The first week in July, 25% on Euro USD, you would have passed your funded account challenge as well, right? This is why it pays to be a part of the community, right? So with this trade here, we're looking to target simply this region right here, simply just this supply region here, right? Now we can see that essentially price just created internal structure, and more than likely we're going to continue bullish and we're going to take out this supply. Why do I say that? Because this is now a weak high and this here is continuing to be a strong low. Okay, now we're going to see if this region here can become a strong low with a nice push to the upside. Who knows if that's going to take place, but hopefully it does. Now, some of you guys did ask me, some of you guys told me that you wanted to see my position taken earlier. So for those of you guys who don't have access to Instagram or who aren't able to follow me on Instagram, no worries. I got you really quickly. Let's actually send this to my Mac, and then I'm going to pull it up for you guys. So let's talk about the day trading target, because I did get a couple of questions on Instagram about why was my take profit set here? So my take profit was set here simply because this is the M15 swing high. When I am intraday trading or when I am day trading, I'm simply targeting certain time frames swing highs, and that depends on what time frame I'm using as my macro for the day trade, right? But everything that I do is very, very mechanical. And if you want to trade just like that, right, feel free to join the academy, because that is where we literally produce funded traders every single week, literally. So let me show you guys this really quickly. All right, let's pull this up. 1 second. All right, and then we're going to just match this up. Are we good? All right, we are good. What's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are enjoying the live so far. All right, let's see. Okay, perfect. So as you guys can see here, this was the position taken on Euro USD this morning. So literally these wicks knocked us in. Now, usually I will close 1% of my position and leave my stop loss where it is. However, as you guys can see, this was about an 8.5 pip stop loss, right? So I really did not, even though I did close 1R, I really did not want to take, that loss with 8.5 pips. So what I did was I actually moved my stop loss into profit just a little bit as well. Let's go to the M5 time frame, because let me show you guys this entry here. And perfect, right here. So as you guys can see, price dips down into this region here. Let's actually move that down slightly. There we go. So price dips down into this region here, and then we have that nice push to the upside, looking absolutely fantastic, right? And there we have it, right? So this was my day trading target here, right? This is where I pulled off one of my positions. So I had multiple positions. I had a day trading position and then a swing trading position. Different risk profiles, right? But we are, let's see. So it looks like the camera froze once again. Give me 1 second, guys. Jason, my cameraman, if you're watching this, I miss you, buddy, because me having to do all of these, I really appreciate it. Everybody put in the chat, shout out to Jason, our cameraman. He will be in the studio tomorrow, but until he gets back, I'm going to have to deal with the technical difficulties, which is all good. All right, so give me 1 second, guys. Let me reconnect the camera, and we are back. Okay, we're good. So as you guys can see, this was the day trading target here. Actually, it was here. There we go. Perfect. Right, so this is where I closed one of my day trading positions, right? And then I left the rest to run to hit my higher time frame target right along with my trading community. So anytime I give my trading community a trade, right? Anytime I send out a trade, I'm always going to be in that trade as well. I'm never going to send out an outlook and not take my own trading advice, right? But we are looking to target this high right up here within this area. So I do have an entire position that I am still running to hit this target here, right? So the target is around 92 pips. We are currently 25.8 pips away from this target here. It should be very, very straightforward, but I definitely wanted to show you guys the actual trade itself on MT5. All right, so let's go ahead and exit out of this. Let's bring this back over here, right? And then let's go ahead and change this as well. Perfect, right? Shout out to Jew. Shout out to Kasim Ali. Hope you guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to all my students on the call as well. You guys are on through GoToMeeting, but hope you guys are enjoying. Right? Now we're going to get into a couple of, let's see. We're going to get into a couple of questions. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, are we good? Okay, we're good. I'm looking, you guys may see me look down into, I guess this would be my right, but your left on the computer. You guys may see me look down just a little bit, all right? I'm just looking at the camera since my cameraman, Jason, is not in the studio with us, right? So just checking out the camera, making sure everything is looking good, making sure all the angles are fantastic. Let's move on to the next asset. So AUD USD this morning, I actually tried to take a position on AUD USD here. We can see my target was absolutely smashed right here. However, I did not get a successful position on this trade here, right? Now, AUD USD, all right, taking minus 1% on AUD USD, it's all good, right? But being up about right now, if you're still in this position, and if you're a student of mine, being up 7.76% on Euro USD, it all pans out. The numbers all pan out every single month. So what I need you guys to do, if you are not profitable, if you are not at least producing 20% on a monthly basis, I need you to join the academy because I want to assist you, right? I have the answers, you have the questions. Let's make this happen. Join the community, right? Live trade with me next week. Let's make some money. So here you guys can see, now this trade I actually did not send out. This formulated during London session. And you guys know I upload my trades for my students. Uh-oh, we are frozen again. Let's see. Let's just do this really quickly. We're just going to troubleshoot it. All right, give me 1 second, guys. You guys should still be able to hear me. All right. One second, guys. Let's see. So it says the camera is busy. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Guys, we may have to roll without the camera. I would connect our second camera, however, that may take some time. So let's try this one more time. Thank you guys for being patient and working with us as we go through the technical difficulties. Do you guys have any questions? If you guys have any questions while we are fixing the camera and whatnot, if you guys do have any questions, feel free to go ahead and drop them. Let's see. All right, give me 1 second, guys. All right, we're back. We're good. All right, looks like we're good. Okay, so let's get back to it. So as it relates to AUD USD, right? What am I looking for? What am I expecting? What am I anticipating? Let's figure it out. Let's go to the charts. Let's zoom in a little bit and let's see what's going on. So we're looking for a possible buy position down here within this major discount of AUD USD. However, price pulled it to about the 50%. We did balance out this imbalance right here with this nice push. And we may actually see some bearish momentum come into the market. However, right, I am looking for possible buy opportunities once price starts to tap into these lower regions. If you are looking for a possible sell, that would not be bad at all. Let's go to the H2 time frame to clear up some of this noise. Perfect, right? So I'd be looking for price to give us a possible transition where it's at right now in this area. If we're going to go bearish, right? This isn't a bad time at all to look for a possible transition as well. I would go with the M12 time frame for this personally. All right, and we can see price looks like it's already starting to give us a possible transition. All right, we hit sell side liquidity here, and buy side liquidity is still being protected. We do have this as our possible point of interest within this area. Are we frozen? Are we good? Looks like we're still good. Let's see. Hope you all are doing absolutely phenomenal. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so we have a question from Jew as well, how to choose bias. So we're definitely going to get into that for you. I got you, my friend. So it looks like everything is still good. So camera's good, live stream is good, audio is good. Fantastic. So we have sell side liquidity that was taken out here. We still have buy side liquidity that is intact. All right, supply could come into the market and overcome demand. Let's see what happens. Right? But really what I would like to see is for this area right here to be taken out in order to give us a confirmation that price may want to continue to push to the downside, right? We should definitely see some type of interaction with this level here as well, right? Maybe this will be a possible, if we do go bearish, okay? This is only if we go bearish, but we could definitely continue to push bullish from here. So definitely keep that in mind, right? But if we do go bearish and we interact with this level here, this is where we should be able to get some type of continuation. Trade here and then look for price to possibly go lower, maybe within these regions right here. We definitely have, you know, a decent amount of imbalance here, as this was the momentum that provided enough momentum for price to break this area here. So we have a lot that could possibly take place on AU, and it should be very, very interesting to trade going into tomorrow and early next week, right? So we have, let's see. So how to choose a bias in direction, or how to choose the right POI for the session. All right, so I'm going to answer the first question, which is how to choose the bias, right? So how do I choose my bias? I'm always going to choose my bias on a macro time frame. So that essentially means one of the higher time frames. Now, students of mine, you guys know exactly how I in depth select my bias and things like that. But for those of you that are asking me on YouTube, I can give you guys a couple of tips that will assist you with staying on the right side of the market. So one thing that you're going to have to really understand is market structure. Okay, so make sure you guys understand the difference between higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, substructure, minor structure, internal structure, external structure. Make sure you guys understand all of that. Once you understand that, it makes it very, very easy to select your bias. Now, remember, if you are a part of Mac Trading Academy, right? If you are a student, a part of Mac Trading Academy, you gain access to all 3 of my institutional trading courses where I teach you all of that information, right? So if you are someone and you want to know the difference between all of those concepts as it relates to market structure, higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, intermediate market structure, substructure, minor structure, internal structure, external structure, the difference, right? Because that's all that we're doing. Even with correlating all of these time frames together, we're simply just looking at the structure that price is creating, right? And we're taking advantage of it. And that structure shows us where supply and demand is, where liquidity is, all of those concepts. So choosing a bias is going to be very, very important, and you're going to have to understand those concepts. So once again, if you guys need assistance with understanding those concepts, feel free to let me know. Definitely got you guys. How to select the right POI for the session. So whenever there is a session, right, I'm not necessarily selecting a point of interest specifically from that session. What I'm doing is I'm creating a story with what the algorithm of price is doing, right? Can the point of interest form within the session itself? Absolutely. But does it always? Not necessarily, right? Sometimes within a session, price will actually run and tap into a previous point of interest that you may have on your charts that has nothing to do with that session, right? What you're going to have to do in that case, so if you don't understand what point of interest to select within your session, that is when you want to start paying attention to your points of interest as it relates to supply and demand and liquidity, right? What is supply and demand doing, right? Is supply in control? Is demand in control? Do we have supply and demand interacting? Next, you're going to want to understand liquidity. right? Where's the liquidity resting? Do we have inducement? Do we have, relatively equal highs, relatively equal lows, right? Do we have just a single high, a single low? Are we about to sweep a major high or a major low, right? That's how you're really going to understand how to select the correct point of interest, right? Now, if you need assistance with that, no worries, I have you covered, but that is exactly the type of information that you want to understand in order to make sure that you're staying on the right side of the market with selecting those points of interest. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into the breakdown. Now, we may start to push to the downside here, right? We have to just wait and see what happens as we move closer to London session. Now, students of mine, a part of the community, right? Traders, a part of Mac Trading Academy's trading community, you guys will receive my outlook when it is time to trade AUD USD. We do have a trade forming here, all right? So this should be a very, very solid opportunity for us to take advantage of. But we definitely do have a trade forming here pretty soon. Do I like trading Asian session? I don't necessarily like trading Asian session, but it is something that you can definitely take advantage of if you would like, right? Me personally, I like to trade London and New York sessions, right? Those sessions to me provide the most liquidity and the most momentum and volume, right? But Asia session is not a bad session to trade if you understand what you're doing. So overall, I am still looking for price to go bearish and tap into this region here. We did mitigate 50% of this imbalance here, right? So we do understand that this is where price decided to change the delivery method of price itself, all right, from sellers being in control here, or from price finding lower lows to now finding newfound higher highs and pushing into higher price territory, right? So we do have a 50% retracement here. I don't think that this retracement is done, however, and I don't trade Fibonacci retracements, all right? But we do use the Fibonacci retracement to understand where our premium and discount pricings are, right? That is very, very important, especially to institutions. All right, let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. So feel free to drop any questions that you guys may have down below, and we're going to get into some more. All right, we good? And we are good. All right, we're back. So let's go ahead and get into, let's see, should we go over GBP USD? Possible sell taking place on GU, but it's definitely not something that I would trade during Asia session. So let's see, let's go over gold. Yeah, we'll go over gold for the last asset of the evening. All right, let's see what we're working with. Okay, and we are good. All right, so for those of you who joined in on our, make sure you guys join in on the Telegram down below, right? We do random webinars throughout the week, and those of you who joined in on our last webinar, who are part of my Telegram community, right? We did a random webinar. When was it? It was a few days ago, and I told you guys that gold would do this right here. I told you guys to look for buys off of this area here, and price would push to the upside, right? Also, be sure to join the Telegram because we do random scholarships throughout the week. So you guys know, whenever we have a big play on gold, right? We have a scholarship fund for those of you who are traders, or for those of you who are looking to get into trading and trying to increase your knowledge within this investment opportunity, right? So for those of you all who are looking to do that, we do scholarships, random scholarships throughout the week, right? It just depends on the profits that come from the markets. But if we have a phenomenal trade, especially on the gold, within the gold market, what we do is we have a scholarship, and we essentially just give money back to you guys to apply to your trading, right? So click the link. It's going to be the Telegram link. All right, it should say Mac Trading Bot. All right, click on that bot, join in, and also be sure to do that if you want to keep up to date with the different events that we do here at the Academy. Right, so I told you guys on Monday, look for price to tap into the sell side liquidity here and then push to the upside. And as you guys can see, we tapped into this region here. Price found buyers, obviously, and then we see that we have a nice push to the upside. Now, one area that we could have taken advantage of if you are trading my liquidity trading strategy, here we have sell side liquidity. Let's go down to the lower time frame and let's see what's going on here. All right, so here we see that we have that sweep of liquidity here. All right, price then pushes to the upside, right? We do take out this structure right here, okay? However, right, I'm not necessarily going to count that as my structure piece. I'm going to use this high here. So essentially, we're just creating more liquidity above this region, right? So this is going to be our buy side liquidity. Right now, we're looking to get into the market before price actually targets that buy side liquidity, right? That should be your expectation. That should be your anticipation. Let's go down to the M1 time frame really quickly. And also, you don't necessarily have to do what I'm doing as it relates to going down to lower time frames and things like that. But as you guys know, if you understand my liquidity trading strategy, if you are a part of the mentorship program, we've been introducing that strategy to you guys week after week, bit by bit. All right, there is a course coming very, very soon on the liquidity trading strategy, so stay tuned if you are interested in that. However, once you do see that sweep of liquidity, okay, that gives us permission to go to our next set of rules where we're essentially looking for that buy side liquidity to be target, right? Once this buy side liquidity is targeted here, all right, we have a break of that buy side liquidity. Once that break takes place, we also have imbalance here within the market, right? That imbalance is our entry within the gold market, all right, for price to go higher. All right, so this was the entry here, stop loss below this low here, so for about 13.2 pips, not bad at all. And then of course you're looking for your higher time frame target that I gave you guys within the webinar, right? So be sure to join the Trillionaire Mac Trades bot, okay, in order to get into these free webinars, because they're very, very straightforward. Let's actually play this out. Let's go back to the higher time frame and talk about the target that I gave you guys on the H1. All right, so the target that I gave you guys on the H1 was this zone right here. I told you guys if we were to get into buy opportunities down here within this flip, okay, we're going to look to target this area right here, right? Why are we looking to target this supply? Because price can react and reject, as you guys can see it's doing now. Now we could still break through this area. However, we know that price is going to react to a level like this. We have one reaction, two, this is our third reaction that's mitigated a little deeper within this zone, right? And that's based on the H4 time frame. We have this inside bar here, this high here. And it turns out to be a wick on the daily, which is also ironically a liquidity POI for us. Right, so let's go back down to lower time frames and let's see what this trade produced. So this trade produced about 15.48%, not bad at all. If you are someone who joined in on that webinar, if you're part of the Telegram, the free Telegram community, if you're a part of it, you were able to join in on that webinar and you understood exactly where I was going to target, what I was going to do, and this trade should have been a breeze for you. Very, very straightforward, right? So with that being said, if you guys do have any questions, feel free to contact me. Make sure you guys leave a like on the stream. Please, please, please leave a like before you get off the stream. It definitely helps out with the algorithm, and it is much appreciated. If you missed some of the earlier parts of the stream, feel free to go back over it. We went through a Euro USD trade, and we went over a couple of other trades as well. I hope you guys had a good trading day. I will catch you guys tomorrow. We are dropping 2 YouTube videos, so be prepared for that. And I'll see you guys on our Saturday, going into Sunday live stream. I'll catch you guys. Peace out.